Hi, I'm Christina Applegate.
And I'm Jamie-Lynn Sigler.
And this is
Messy. Support for Messy comes from Peloton. Peloton has everything you need to keep you on track to your goals, no matter what season of life you're in. The holidays are upon us. It's time, we think, to just give up our habits, but I look at it as a time to build healthy habits, and that includes working out. And Peloton has a variety of workouts for whatever era you're in, your holiday era, your running era, your wellness era, whatever era of life you're in, Peloton has the classes and motivation you need to get after it. It's everything you've ever wanted to try, whenever you need it. So there's barre, there's Pilates, there's yoga, there's running, there's meditations, and more. You can explore a variety of classes, discover what works for you, no matter what workout era you're in, like we said. And they have the best trainers. These people are become like life coaches. It's like going to church. You get motivated, you feel good, they empower you. There's nothing better than that. And it's always running on your time. So whether you need 10, 20, or 45 minutes to sweat it out or get grounded, Peloton provides flexibility with daily on-demand and live classes that fit your busy schedule and everyday life. So find your push, find your power with Peloton at onepeloton.com. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Messy. You have Jamie and
Christina.
And we are here, like many of you in our nation and in the world, that are just incredibly heavy-hearted for the devastation that has happened to our own community and our people in Los Angeles. It's hard to think of anything else to do but of the people there and what they are experiencing and continuing to experience, and the fear and the loss and the heartbreak and the desperation. But in the spirit, I think, of Messy and what we do, we're here to share and be there for you and love you and listen. Christina, I know you are in LA right now, and I can only imagine what that's like.
Yeah, it's pretty scary right now. As it's right now, you look outside and it's calm. The winds are calm right now, but we know that come tonight into tomorrow and Wednesday, it's going to get worse. The winds will get worse than they were last week. Right now I have a home, but let's hope I still have one in a few days. But it's, where it's pretty close, a little too close for comfort.
What are the things that you are doing, if anything, to prepare? Like, what does one do in this moment?
We have our go bags. We actually evacuated last week for a couple of days, and then we came home. So I just have like a backpack and a thing of important things, the important papers and things that mean something to you. I tried to pack light, and my daughter's got like 4 suitcases, so I don't know what's going to happen there. And then just we have an app called Watch Duty app, which unfortunately goes off alarming rates during the day to keep us updated on the fires and new fires and wind directions and all of that. So we're just kind of on this constant alert. Where I live, it's not like the best place for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But right now we're okay. Just giving our thoughts out to anyone who's lost homes, people that I've known who have lost their homes and are displaced, and also to, our fire department and first responders and all the people who are donating food and shelter and clothes and water, because you can't drink your tap water here right now. So thank you to all the people that are stepping up who are not in the zones. So that means a lot to a lot of people, obviously.
Yeah.
And, if it's this, who knows how long this is going to be going on, but please, if you can, across the country, if you can donate to our Los Angeles Fire Department or Red Cross shelters. That people need clothes, they need food, they need water.
Yeah. And organizations like Baby to Baby, they're very experienced in their quick response and distribution of essential items for families, whether it be diapers, formulas, wipes, clothing, toys, the everyday immediate necessities that are not just about rebuilding, but like surviving. So if you're feeling helpless and wanting to know where to turn, that list Christina gave, Baby to Baby. I've talked to a couple of friends who have said that like right now they don't have a place to put stuff. It's more about like cash, like gift cards, things like that to just get food, get medications. A lot of corporations are stepping up, all of the things. I think whenever there is mass devastation like this, it brings everyone to their knees. And I can only hold on to just the way that people just immediately step up for each other. Like, just, it is the light in this moment, and it's what it's all about. And I hate to see what's happening, but I also love to see the way people are responding and coming together and loving each other and helping each other. Even the people that are in the midst of their own massive loss are still figuring out ways to help each other. So we're sending you all of our love.
Yeah. It's funny. We left my neighborhood on, I think it was Wednesday, when the winds were like extraordinary. I've never ever experienced anything like that. And we went to a hotel down in Hollywood, actually a hotel on Hollywood Boulevard. And, we wanted to get out, not because the fires were close, but because of the winds and the trees. And if a tree fell on my street, it's a 1-lane street. So we wouldn't be able to get out. If anything was to happen, there's no way out where I live. There's no alternate routes. So we left out of an abundance of caution. And we were also kind of told by the people that run like our residents associations here, like where you are, they called me actually and said, where you are, because get out now.
Yeah.
So we left and we went to this hotel, and it was really sweet. My daughter and her friend were there, and they wanted to see my star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and which was directly across from the hotel. So we went down there, incognito, and did funny pictures of us, I don't know, being goofy around it. And by the time we got back to the hotel room, Runyon Canyon was on fire, which is right across from where we were.
Yeah.
And they shut Hollywood Boulevard down. So we then were in a hotel that all the surrounding roads around it were shut. So if that fire had come any further south, we would have no way out of there. And it was almost comical, because it was like, of course, we just left to be safe. And now we're in a zone of being not really safe. But what I found really fascinating, we had this nice balcony, and we just watched as the fire retardant and the water helicopters were just kicking its ass. It was kind of miraculous to watch. It was like one and then another and another, and they put that out so beautifully fast.
Wow.
We watched all of it. You could see, that's how close we were. Like you could see the red stuff coming down and the water coming down, and then just like it was like one after the other. And wow, thank you, LA Fire Department, because that could have been completely disastrous on our side of town. It was amazing. So these guys are incredible. They're exhausted. So anything for them. If you are in the Los Angeles area, a lot of these fire departments are welcoming food for them. So you can show up. I know that I was told that if they don't know you, they can't take your food. But if it's like from a restaurant or something, it's really appreciated. to keep them fueled because they're exhausted and they're working tirelessly. And all our teams here where I live are now helping with the Palisades fire. So they're great. I know these guys very well because health issues and things that I've had them to have to come and take care of me, and they're my buddies. So just really grateful to them. It's so weird. You can live this life and then all of a sudden you're like, all of what I know could be gone. And, I think of all those people in the Palisades, Malibu, Topanga, and Pasadena, Altadena, just devastating. It's devastating.
Yeah, because these things, right? These homes, these places hold energy and memories, especially these communities in Altadena where these are like generational homes, like generations of people that have worked tirelessly to afford a home, and it gets passed down within their families, just gone. How do you rebuild? Where do you go? Not even thinking about the fact, like, I didn't even think about the fact that people still have to pay their mortgage on a pile of rubble. And that what you own now is that land, but what the value is without a home, it's just that it's so overwhelming to think about. But I want to say this to you and to me and to all the people that are listening. We have to take moments to take care of ourselves in any way possible, because I'm sure and I know that you are feeling this physically. And it's a true weight on the world to watch people suffer. So I'm just putting a gentle reminder. We were in a text thread with a friend, Christina and I just said, like, the only thing that I can do, like, every hour, a few hours, whenever I think that is, like, literally hand on my heart, close my eyes and just breathe a couple of breaths, because you realize you probably haven't taken a few in a long time. And just God bless the people that are on those front lines right now, protecting everybody.
Yeah. Support for Messy comes from Sleep Number. There's a reason that the Sleep Number smart bed is the #1 best bed for couples. It's because you can each choose what's right for you whenever you like. Firmer or softer on either side? Sleep Number does that. One side cooler and the other side warmer? Sleep Number does that. I'm a very specific sleeper. Like, I need it to be hot and cold at the same time, which I know is very bizarre. But if it's too warm, I can't sleep. And also having a condition that heat actually makes us worse, cool is the best way to go. Now, if your partner needs it warm, then what? You can set your side to exactly what you want, and ain't nobody gonna get mad at you because they can set their side to their side, and everybody's happy. There's peace on earth. Thank you, Sleep Number.
9 out of 10 couples, by the way, say that they sleep better on a Sleep Number smart bed. You have adjustable firmness on each side. It helps keep you asleep by automatically responding and adjusting to your movements so you sleep comfortably all night long, which then improves your sleep quality, because Sleep Number smart beds learn how you sleep and provide personalized insights to help you sleep even better. So why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? So you can choose your ideal comfort on either side. And now it's the lowest price of the season on our top selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings plus special financing only for a limited time. So shop a Sleep Number store near you. See stores or sleepnumber.com for details.
I've lived in my home since I was 24 years old.
Nice.
So I'm 53. So this is what I've known most of my adult life, is this home. And I know it's just a thing, but it's all my life. There's like my life lived here, and we're going to do everything we can to, be safe and keep it safe. But yeah, I mean, for those of us who have chronic illnesses, with the air quality and also just the stress level, really does a number on, for me. I can only speak for myself right now, but my MS symptoms are just really, really bad today, because today is the first day that I'm really feeling it. I think I was kind of in shock the last week, but
for sure.
And feeling like pretty calm about everything. And now it's just getting too scary. And I like kind of lost it today. So
Well, also, it's been a week.
Yeah, it's been a week.
This has been a week.
Yeah, I mean, we spent 2 nights. Like 2 nights we spent in a hotel, which, I mean, thank God we had, but, and then I was like, oh, we're good. We can go home.
Yeah.
And it's like, then I started to calm down, and now it's like getting more serious and scary. So.
I know. It made me think about what would be the things that I would grab in my home. Like, I remember I sat with both my kids and my husband, and I'm like, hey guys, let's put ourselves in these people's shoes for a minute. Let's send them our love. But like, what are the important things for you? Like, what would you want to take with you? Mine were a couple of things from my grandmother, obviously our important papers. This sounds terrible, but my SAG awards, because they're a time and a memory, and you can't replace that. And a box of artwork from my kids. It's just construction paper, but like my favorite things they've done. My kids were like their sunglasses, their baseball glove, but I get it. Like,
Yeah, like I said, Sadie's got 4 suitcases of stuff.
but she has things that are important to her.
Clothes.
I love it.
Her like special, like, what's really cute is she has this little jacket that on Dead to Me, Jen's little son was in a troop, the Holy somethings. Now I can't remember what it is right now, but they had these like very like 80s like solid gold little jackets, and they gave her
I
one.
remember in the church.
The blue, yeah,
the
Holy something or others, and she packed that because she's like, no, I have to have that. I packed like 5 pairs of sweatpants, and then realized when we got to the hotel I had no shirts. So I'm gonna have to rethink my go bag today. Yeah. I didn't even bring that. I didn't bring any toiletries. I didn't even bring a toothbrush. I literally grabbed like cash, passports, and like my mom's like jewelry from the 60s, and like old rings of mine of value in case we, but now it's like I'm looking around and I'm like, I don't want to leave here at all. It's like, we've got 2 beautiful pieces of art. They're like 6 feet by 5, like things like that, okay, you can't get that in the car. You kind of have to start going, because once you go down the rabbit hole of like, what's important is that you're safe. And that's really kind of how I was thinking last week when we left, was I just want to be safe. And these are the things that can't be replaced. But as I look around, nothing can really be replaced. But is it a matter of that? But when you're sitting in that thought, I had a friend go, what's the cutoff? She texted me and she said, can I just bring my house with me? And I was like, unfortunately, we can't. But, I'm hoping today, as, because when this is airing, as we're recording, not when the winds are happening, that's tomorrow, tomorrow, whatever. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, bad that they have done, like, thrown everything at it today so that it's more manageable for when the winds pick up, and then we'll feel a little bit better about that. But, very close people to me have evacuated from Topanga and probably will not have a place to live when this is over. But yeah, sorry. I'm such a bummer today. I'm sorry. It's just it's a lot.
It's a lot.
And it was really sweet. My friends who live in Maui, all my Hawaiian friends, you know, the devastation that they went through in Lahaina, and they all lost their homes. Like 4 or 5 families that I'm like, are my family that I've known since I was 20 years old, all lost everything. And they are so worried, you know, because it's hard to really gauge it when you're not here and you're seeing the news, and they're like, get out, you know, like they're freaking out because that's what happened to them. It was like within minutes, their homes were gone and an entire town was gone. And that's what the Palisades looks like right now. It's floored. It's gone. This sucks. It sucks.
Yeah. There's not really words for it.
And you know what I have words for? Fucking people who are saying that it's, you know, good. It's Hollywood, and those stupid Hollywood people. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Do you know that, like,
do you know what makes up LA? The most diverse group of people you have ever seen in one place.
Yeah, I think that people that don't live here just feel like just celebrities are just walking around running everything. We're like a portion. We're a small portion of this city. I mean, this is a city of people that are working their asses off at fast food chains, or, you know, fucking builders and painters, and it's myriad groups of humans here. So to say good riddance is real sick, and I'm not liking that whatsoever.
Tune out that fucking noise. Just
no, I'm tuned it out because they're ridiculous. But I'm just I'm calling them out right now. That you are not talking about.
That's not the LA.
You're talking. That's not California, you guys.
No.
Come on,
LA.
Come on.
You know what
Use your
LA
brain.
has. You know what everyone in LA has in common is they are dreamers. They're all there for big dreams, and they work top to bottom, work their fucking asses off. And sure, is there a group of people that have been affected that will have the ability to rebuild their lives? I wouldn't say easily, but soon, yes. And are there thousands of other people that literally have no idea where they will begin? Yes. And we have to hold both of them in our hearts. We have to hold all of them. And again, there are incredible people stepping up and helping. And I don't think I think that's going to last for quite some time. So we will keep posting and sharing anything that we hear of, know of. And we love you, LA.
Thanks, guys.
We're just going to move on right now to read some emails that you guys have sent us. It's been a while, I feel like, since we've done this. So looking forward to hearing from you guys. And this first email is from Suzanne. Hi, Christina and Jamie-Lynn. I have been listening to your podcast from the beginning. You both have helped find a new perspective and manage my MS better. I was diagnosed in 1998 at the age of 25, and there have been a lot of ups and downs in addition to beating cancer twice along the way. Listening to the two of you each week is one of my favorite things to do, and I really love how you end the episode with, and so it is. I liked it so much that today, 2 days after my birthday, I got it tattooed on my wrist.
Oh, yay.
Thank you so much for all you do for the MS community, Suzanne. Oh, that's so cool.
Hey, we're starting something. Movements. A little movement.
Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Nice. Good job.
Wow.
Nice
placement.
And
it's like similar like font to what we both have too. Love it. You won't regret it.
No, it's something that I mean, anytime I have like a negative thought, and I need to disavow it, I always, of course, say, and so it is after, and I rub my arm where my tattoo is. I wish I could show you guys mine, but well, someday. It's powerful to like have that kind of feeling and on your body of it is so, and it's amen. So just remember, it holds a lot of power in those words.
Yeah. Thank you, Suzanne, for sharing. And I hope that you stay in good health, and that tattoo can bring you the peace that you need. And that's why you got it. We love you.
Love ya. Messy is sponsored by Betterhelp.
I don't try to subscribe to the whole New Year and resolution thing, but I do like the thought and energy that every January brings, where you have 365 blank pages waiting to be filled. So maybe you're ready for a plot twist, or maybe there's a part of your story you've been wanting to revise. Life isn't about resolutions that fade by February. It's about picking up the pen and becoming the own author of your life. And sometimes having a editorial partner in that will just help you write the most meaningful story you can. And a lot of the times that can be a therapist. Christina and I talk at length about how therapy has benefited us in this life, no matter what you're dealing with, no matter what you're experiencing. Especially now, the world feels incredibly heavy, and we aren't meant to have all of the tools. There's a professionals for a reason. They are there to help us navigate and get coping skills, whether that's to how to set boundaries, whether you need empowerment to be a better version of yourself, or just get through the trauma that you're experiencing. And BetterHelp is fully online, so it makes therapy affordable, it makes therapy convenient, and they are serving over 5 million people worldwide. You can access their diverse network of more than 30,000 accredited therapists with a wide range of specialties. And by the way, if you're not vibing with this therapist at any time, you can easily switch for no extra cost. You just go online, you fill out the brief questionnaire, and it matches you with the therapist that's right for you. Couldn't recommend BetterHelp enough.
But I was also going to say about this, guys, and this is really important. You don't have to be going to a therapist just when things are going poorly in your life.
That's right.
It's actually really good for lack of a better term, maintenance. It's like brushing your teeth. Would you stop brushing your teeth if someone said you had no cavities? You brush your teeth to prevent cavities.
That's
so
right.
This is something that you can do regardless of your situations. So you write your story with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/messy to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/messy.
Support for Messy comes from Everyday Dose.
You got to say hello to the next generation of coffee, you guys. Everyday Dose combines delicious coffee with functional mushrooms, nootropics, and collagen protein for boosted focus, clarity, energy, sleep, and immunity. Okay, so check it out. I haven't really had coffee in years because of my nervous system gets a little bonkers. This tastes like the most happiest cup of coffee that you could possibly have. I also add things that are probably not good to have in there, but we don't need to talk about that. But what I love about it is that it's got less caffeine than a regular cup of coffee. So if you do have and it doesn't give you the jitters at all, and it tastes delicious. And then you've got all these incredible things in there, like the lion's mane mushrooms and stuff, which is we have talked about before, which is apparently quite good for people with chronic illness. I am not a doctor. I just played one on a Hallmark movie once. Anywho, it's so good, you guys. It's got 5 ingredients: coffee, lion's mane, chaga, L-theanine, and collagen protein. That's it. Then you can add all your stuff or don't add stuff. It don't really need to. It's actually got this very rich, kind of robust, beautiful taste. So if you don't want to add anything, whatever. I add some local honey because local honey is what? Good for allergies, guys and dolls.
That's right. So head over to everydaydose.com/messy for 25% off plus 5 free gifts with your first order. Your first month, you will get a USB rechargeable frother, a
Best
gunmetal
frother ever. Best
it
frother
is.
ever.
You're right. Your gunmetal dose spoon, your breathwork app by Othership, a wellness booklet with a sticker, and every month after you get amazing free gifts with your order. So go to everydaydose.com/messy for 25% off plus 5 free gifts with your first order. All right, this next one is from Erica. Hello, ladies. I am a big fan of both of you. Your podcast is very thoughtful and has helped me through a lot. I don't have MS, but I have a mild form of cerebral palsy and have issues with walking, and my balance isn't great. But otherwise, I am high functioning. I've been looking for another part-time job. I am an administrative assistant for a small environmental consulting business for over a year now with little to no luck. I am with an employment agency that specifically helps people with disabilities, but they haven't been that useful. I find that during interviews, I get asked if I have a vehicle or a driver's license, which I do not have because of my disability. I usually tell the interviewer that I do not have a license, but I have never been late to work. I'm not sure what to say when they ask about driving. Any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. You are both such talents. Keep going, Erica.
No, you know what I'm going to say. Tell them,
Say it.
Suck it. Suck it. No, don't say that. That's not a
Well,
good idea.
that's part of it.
You can think suck it.
Say that in your head.
Yeah. But the whole reason, when we say disability, it doesn't mean that we are not able.
Mm-hmm.
So just remember that. And an employer can't deny you employment if you are able, you can't. Well, first of all, it's the ADA. You can't. You just can't. You can just yell out ADA a lot, which, if you don't know, Americans with Disabilities Acts, but you can't do that. But as long as you're getting there, and as long as you're doing your thing, and that's all anyone would hope for, anyone, regardless of disability.
Yeah. I think my advice would be, because from what I understand, there's a lot of people specifically, with disabilities, that the reason that they don't disclose what they have is for this very reason, for a fear of being deemed unemployable. And what I have found in, even for myself, which, look, I'm not comparing our situations, but almost like my own self-coaching that I've had to give myself in moments like this is, I'm just going to be very straightforward with what I can and can't do and be confident in that. And you, I feel, should do the same, Erica. I think that you need to, in your next interview, be very upfront. Listen, this is what I live with. It has never gotten in the way of my job. I have never been late to a single job. Show the assertiveness, stand in your power, show your confidence, because you deserve that. And I'd like to think that the right place for you and the right employer, because you want to work for somebody that is loving and supportive, will find you, because there's no reason for anyone to think that you can't do the job that you are looking to do. And I think you need to be confident in that.
Yeah. I'm just going to add this. I was diagnosed, with MS in the midst of shooting the last season of Dead to Me. And those are 12-hour days, which to me is like a cakewalk, because normally when we shoot, it's 16 to 18-hour days. So when you have your mind to something, you can do it, and you can do the miraculous. And that's what I could say to that, because there was a moment where they said to me, we can just stop and we can make this just go away, and we don't have to continue shooting. And I was like, don't do that to me. Don't say that I can't do this, because I can, and I will. So you can and you will.
Yep.
Just remember that.
I like it. All right. This next one is from a mom in New York. Hello, beautiful ladies. Please keep my name anonymous. The topic I would love you to talk about.
Oh, Sarah. Just kidding. Her name's not Sarah.
The topic I would love you to talk about, although neither of you are in this situation, is how do you meet people and date when you have MS? Great question. I was diagnosed in the month right after my separation of almost 25 years of marriage. I am sure it is the stress that brought on the initial symptoms. Like Jamie, at first, I had not told anyone. Only 1 out of 2 of my children knows, and I didn't even want to tell him. I don't want anyone to look at me through a different set of eyes. I was diagnosed in late 2018. I have not put myself out there. I've not dated anyone or even tried to meet anyone. To be quite honest, I feel as if I'm damaged goods. I don't know how I would feel if someone told me on a first date that they had baggage like I have. I know there are probably so many other people feeling the same way as me, but I don't know where to go to get advice or support. I thought this would be a good topic. Also, please keep speaking about your children. Although mine don't have the same issues that yours have, mine have issues. And sometimes it's good to hear other moms dealing with issues. All my love to Sadie and Bo. And Jamie, I think in the grand scheme of life, I would really like the new Bo. He sounds spectacular. Love the podcast. A mom in New York.
My mom in New York.
I went through a lot of dating in my 20s. And I went through a lot of questioning when I should tell this person, how I should tell this person. And what I found was my own inner compass of, and I was usually right, of who I could share this with. And I had a lot of different reactions. I had one particular partner kind of take the information in and then never mention it again, which I guess at the time, you know, we were both in our 20s. I took as a good thing because I wasn't wanting to talk about it, but ultimately I think that reaction showed me that this person wasn't necessarily a good partner in general. And then there's people like my husband, who was 22 years old when I met him. I was 30. I'm an old cougar lady. And I told him about 2 weeks into us dating, and I woke up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom and saw he was up on his computer researching MS. And I knew I had found a great guy. This is something that will be with you for God knows how long. It's a part of you. It's not all of you. But I don't think there's anything that you should feel shameful about when sharing. I think that this is something that comes along. We all have fucking baggage. And you are a mother. You are surviving and thriving in your own ways. And I don't want you to think that any of this takes away any of your value, because that is a big lie. You are still the same woman you have always been. And I want you to take that into every area of your life with you. Do not get it twisted. This disease, chronic illness, whatever we deal with in our lives, a lot of it can tell us a lot of fucking lies and make us think that we are unworthy or we are less than. I say this because I went through that for a long time, and I'm still undoing a lot of that suffering, unnecessary suffering that I laid upon myself. My wish for you is to do not let this take a single thing more from you than it already has. You don't deserve that. You deserve love. You deserve everything that you, I always say there's not a dream in your heart if it wouldn't be there if you didn't deserve it and if it wasn't meant for you. And over here at Messy, I think really wish you good luck in love, because it sounds like something you want and we want for you too.
Yeah, I was going to say that, the deal really is that the person, the partner that is the one for you is the one that sees this and loves all of it, loves the good, the bad, the ugly of MS, and has to understand that this isn't something you can turn on and off. It is something that you live with, that you cry about, that you deal with every day of your life. And if they're not willing to be right there with you and see, not past it, see in spite of, see because of, all the things, and love you even harder because you are fighting something that people don't understand. I recently had someone say to me that I use my MS to excuse bad behavior, and I've never felt more angry in my life. I was like, no, I get to. I get to. Not bad behavior, like being a bitch or like being awful. And sorry about that. That is my phone going off. No, that like I'm dealing with this 24/7. You might not see it because it's the invisible disease. But if someone says you use it, or I don't know, I'm going off on a tangent because I was so angry the other day. And I was like, bro, people, person, whatever, like, no, I would never, you don't know what my life is, but you've got to like now just like shut up. Like, but the person that you're going to be with, whether it is your children or your sister or your brother, or they have to see you as this is a part of you.
And maybe this is something that weeds out the fucking dicks.
That's what that's exactly. If someone doesn't
right away,
like respond, you're like, and next, NEXT.
Because none of us know what's around the corner for us. You don't know. Nobody knows what's coming. Nobody knows what's happening. Nobody knows what's brewing. Nobody knows what's underneath things, what anybody's hiding. Look at you. You're getting all the shit faces out of the way.
Yeah. Support for Messy comes from PurityWoods.
You know, I feel like skincare is where I struggle the most in finding the right products because, so many products in the market, label themselves as clean or non-toxic, yet their ingredients list is very alarming. And we all want the same things, right? We want a skincare product that can effectively combat aging and wrinkles, help restore the appearance of youth to our skin. I've tried like at least 24 products over the years, and nothing has worked. And so, as you know, we are trying to give you the best of the best here at Messy, and we have found PurityWoods. PurityWoods' mission is to provide people with the cleanest and most effective healthy aging and longevity products available. All of their products are USDA certified organic. They are non-GMO. They are free of anything artificial, free of toxic preservatives and synthetic additives like pesticides and chemical fertilizers. I cannot believe that's even in our skincare. Dyes, parabens, and of course, it is cruelty-free and it's never tested on animals. We over here particularly love their age-defying Dream Cream. It is a game changer. It will make you look and feel like you have jumped back years in time. It is a powerful formula. It contains revolutionary maple leaf extracts, plus over 25 unique and potent ingredients that help eliminate fine lines, wrinkles, age spots, and uneven skin tone. And with every order, PurityWoods makes a donation to One Tree Planted, which is an incredible nonprofit that plants trees in in-need areas such as forests affected by wildfire. So not only are you doing a fantastic thing for your skin and your health, but you are also helping plant a tree where it's desperately needed.
Honestly, I've never seen a skincare product of this quality at this reasonable of a price point. Seriously, I've been using stuff all my life, and then you get like the one that's like a gajillion and it doesn't do anything, and then you get like it's just ridiculous. It doesn't need to be like that. So thankfully, the good people at PurityWoods have a special coupon code specifically for our listeners, so you can try it for yourself for 27% off today. Just go to PurityWoods.com/messy or enter messy at checkout. That's PurityWoods.com/messy or enter messy at checkout. Support for Messy comes from Fatty 15.
We are so excited to share with you guys C15 from Fatty 15. It is the first essential fatty acid to be discovered in 90 years, and it is an incredible scientific breakthrough to support our long-term health and wellness, and you guessed it, what everybody's focusing on, aging. So, Fatty 15 co founder Dr. Stephanie Van Watson discovered C15 while working with the U.S. Navy to continually improve the health and welfare of aging dolphins. And this eventually led to studies finding that the first new nutritional deficiency in 75 years is called cellular fragility syndrome. And it's caused by a lack of the essential fatty acid C15. As many as 1 in 3 people worldwide may have low C15 levels and cellular fragility syndrome. So when our cells don't have enough C15, they become fragile and they age faster. And then when our cells age, our whole bodies age too. So thankfully, C15 repairs age-related damage to cells. It protects them from future breakdown. It activates pathways in the body that help regulate our sleep, our mood, our natural repair mechanisms that support our overall health, and we so desperately need. Fatty 15 is a science-backed, award-winning, vegan, patented, 100% pure C15 supplement. It's vegan friendly. It's free of flavors, fillers, allergens, preservatives. And Fatty 15 has 3 times more cellular benefits than omega-3 or fish oil. So by replenishing ourselves with the essential C15 nutrient, Fatty 15 effectively repairs cells and restores our long-term health.
Fatty 15 is on a mission to replenish your C15 levels and restore your long-term health. You can get an additional 15% off their 90-day subscription starter kit by going to fatty15.com/messy and using code MESSY at checkout.
I'm going to read this long one. All right, Jamie and Christina, I have listened to every episode of Messy. Let me just say what the two of you are doing for the MS community and chronic illness community in general is such a gift. I have laughed, cried, and felt so heard by the words you have spoken. Love Christina calling it multiple sclerosis. Yes, I feel it in my bones. Thank you for being vulnerable and discussing the hard things. And thank you for the humor. I've considered breaking out the Depends and Kleenex for each episode because I never know if it will be a day the two of you will make me cry or laugh so hard I pee my pants. You're helping so many people get through your work. I mean, if the two of you are rocking the Leak Guard undies, they must be fashionable. But in all seriousness, the podcasts and messages you are getting out to the world about chronic illness and living with a disability is so great. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I was diagnosed with MS about 7.5 years ago after the birth of my first child and feel very fortunate to live in close proximity to a multiple disciplinary MS center at the Cleveland Clinic. It was here that I learned that there are mental health providers who specialize in chronic illnesses, including MS. My neurologist recommended seeing someone to help process the initial diagnosis and learn stress management techniques. I took that advice and it transformed my ability to manage my MS symptoms and improve my outlook on living the best life possible with this unpredictable disease. Thankfully, since the birth of my second daughter, who is now 6, my MS has been stable with my current medication. I do have the bad days and struggle with fatigue, as do most of us. I feel fortunate that I've been able to continue the work full-time in a career that I love. Like you have mentioned on your show, I have also felt that I have not been able to do everything with my kids that I expected to be able to, wanted to do with them. I know this doesn't make me any less of a mom, and in fact, I feel that living with MS has made my children and I stronger, more resilient, more grateful, and has helped our entire family live life to its fullest. MS has changed my life for the better. I have learned how to ask for help that I need. I've learned to prioritize and care for myself. I've built a support system led by my amazing husband around me that has helped me continue to do what I love while prioritizing what is most important to me, my family and children. The work I put in during therapy and a dedicated and caring therapist who also understands MS has helped me get to this point. My hope is that anyone who is struggling with their mental health or facing a challenge like MS is not afraid to speak with a therapist. It is one of the greatest gifts and investments you can make for yourself. Aside from thanking you for your work, the main reason I chose to write in was to share that it's possible to have a therapist who understands and specializes in chronic illness. I am in healthcare myself and didn't know this existed until I was referred to one myself. You said you were looking to have more experts who specialize in MS care on the show. I highly recommend the behavioral health program at the Cleveland Clinic Mellon Center. I know if you could have their team providers as guests, it could help get life-changing information out to people who need it. Keep spreading your words, inspiring those with MS and chronic illnesses, and helping us love big and live life to this fullest. And so it is, Erin. Yes, Erin. Yes. First of all, kudos to you for taking on this thing and wanting more and striving for better and understanding and appreciating. It is not
a easy road you have chosen. None of us have. But I agree with you. I have recently called a specific therapist myself because I have found that there's things that I'm stuck on that I feel like could be easier and it deserve to be easier. And I am finding somebody that specializes in what we live with to help me do that. And we would love to speak to your team of people that have helped you. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I mean, on a side note, for our listeners as well, we will reach out to them and really, see if we can get them on because, when we talk to these people, like we have a guest that's coming up when I'm not going to say his name yet, but he was incredible. And like just us talking to him kind of changed me. Also for our listeners, one of our people that supports us is Betterhelp, which is a wonderful app where anyone can go on and, telemedicine someone, you don't have to do the get in a car, go someplace, sit in an office, which is not bad. Do that too. But there's also that. But when we hold things in, that causes dis-ease in our bodies as well. So speaking about it, crying about it, God knows I did a lot of that today. It's invaluable for your health, your wellness, your emotional wellness, spiritual wellness. Physical wellness is to get it out, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And you deserve to. I think that again, it's like another layer that goes back to the last letter we had where like sometimes we think when we live with a chronic illness that there's no way out or there's just no better days or we're lost causes. And that's not true. We can feel better. We can feel better through this. Even if our circumstances don't change, we can shift our perspective, which can make your life just a little bit easier. I myself, I'm going to start. I did this a long time ago, but I'm going to start up again with EMDR. Did I talk about when Bo got sick and we all got the flu on the here yet? And like the PTSD that showed up for me?
No.
So, we all got the flu over New Year's, and it was the first time that Bo has been sick since this summer, and he had headaches, he was vomiting, very high fevers, and I laid with him in bed, and his breathing was labored, and I like to consider myself somebody that can is really good in stressful situations. Like I can be really calm, I can be really rational. It's really served me in times. I've prided myself on it, and I've never had, I guess you would call it a panic attack. I've never had a moment where your mind goes to the absolute worst case scenario and you cannot come back from it.
That was me today, Jim. I was like in that state of like convulsing, losing my ability to speak. I mean, with MS, sometimes when our nervous system goes cuckoo, like you can't get words through from brain to mouth. Like that was that feeling of like, this is never going to stop, is it? This feeling. But sorry, like I really thought like literally up until we started today, I was laying here like not being able to breathe. So
well, I don't know how you're talking right now because I've never experienced that before.
I'm barely so, but go ahead because I want it, and I'm so sad Bo went through that again. That feeling,
but he was fine. Yeah. But I wasn't. I was 100% convinced he was going to die. My husband was in another room with our other kid. We were staying at my best friend Joanna Swisher's house in Florida. Poor thing. We brought in the flu to her house, and we're all quarantined in rooms in her house. And I was texting my husband nonstop. This is it. This is it. This is it. He's not going to survive this. His body can't fight this. Like speaking in a way that I don't normally. And thankfully, Joanna, because she's my sister in my life, felt it, came in the room, was like, Jane, you need to come out. And I cried and heaved and like wailed, like, when you know that shit's been stuffed down for so long, I had no idea. And it was rough. man, it was dark. It was rough. I couldn't believe these things that I had inside me, these feelings. And so we came home, we recovered. I mean, I made my kids take care of themselves for a day and a half. Please don't call PCS on me, but like we were so sick. When we came out of it, I knew I needed to help myself. I knew I needed to make a change. So I made a call and found this woman here that does a lot of trauma therapy and EMDR and stuff like that. And so there are a lot of different modalities and ways that we can help ourselves through this. It doesn't change the problem again, but it helps us navigate it better. And we will continue to do our part here in sharing what we can, for sure.
Yeah, I realized today when I was having this happen, it was everything that I had stuffed away for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
It was everything. And you know how I joke about my ball of trauma that makes me throw up and then I end up in the hospital. But then I always am able to like stuff it back down into ball of trauma. And today I couldn't. And we were talking about evacuation, and we were talking about brush clearance. We were talking about just all the things that we have to really be we've been thinking about this now for a week, like 24 hours a day. And I said, I can't talk about this anymore. I'm like not being able to breathe because all the shit it was like my biggest fear, which is all the shit coming out, right? It's my biggest fear because I want to stay in control, right? I got to stay in control, and I have to be strong for my kid, and I got to be strong for anybody else in the house who's having freakouts about what's going on or whatever. But it was like, I couldn't believe this feeling. I could feel it coming from my stomach. And then it was like the feeling was in my jaw, like the emotion. I could feel the emotions in my jaw. I don't know if anyone out there ever feels this way when you're going into like a hysterical state, but like all the like grime of what we put away because we're either afraid to talk to someone about it or we want to, like I said, stay in control or whatever. It felt like grime was coming, like mold was coming out of my skin. And I need to call my Dubai lady, but right now it's like I can't even, like it's hard to spit, whatever.
You can, but by the way, also, I want to say though that you can fatigue out of therapy, and it is okay sometimes to take a break from the work because it's called the work for a reason. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
It is okay to also have the like self-awareness and ability to be like, I'm going to put this on pause for a minute. You don't, and a professional, the reason why professionals are great is because they can help us gauge that as well.
Bravo television also really helps. Okay, guys, this is my professional opinion, and my advice to you is just turn on Bravo for like a few hours, and your body, your nervous system, everybody will relax for a moment.
Yep.
And that's what happened to me today. I was sitting here like hysterical, and I'm like, I can't talk anymore. I can't talk anymore. I can't talk anymore. And I just took my little Apple TV remote and I just pressed play on I'm rewatching New York Housewives from the beginning again.
Let me just watch people make poor choices.
Yes. And it calms me down because I'm like, I'm so much more okay.
I get
than these nut jobs.
Same girl.
Sorry, New York ladies. You're not nut jobs, but you're filming your nut
job. The OG New Yorks? Oh, yeah, OG. They're the most lovable nut jobs you've ever seen in your life.
The best. Like I want to meet them one day and be like, are you at all self-aware or
they don't give a shit?
No.
Nope.
But I love them. And they calmed me down today. So thank you, Ramona, Luann, Sonia,
and
Dorinda, Bethany.
Yep, Jill.
All of you.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys.
Wow.
Tinsley.
Oh,
Leah.
Little Tinsley.
I'm on the Tinsley Leah
seasons
right now.
Great
and
seasons.
I was like, thanks guys. Cause y'all are you're beautifully nutter butter. Beautifully. And I think we should have a dinner party.
Oh gosh. I would fly on a red eye for that shit.
The only problem is we wouldn't be able to put pause on our Apple TV remote because they'd be right there. Like, oh, they're yelling too much. They're talking over each other. Please pause.
Escape it.
Can I fast forward through the yelling over each other?
Nope.
No, you can't. And I never would, girls. I'm not putting you down. I watch you all day long. I love you.
Well, I think that's an episode.
Yeah.
I think we are also fatigued from talking and feeling. And shall I pull a card?
Yeah.
I hope this lands right. They're always right, but this
Maybe
might,
not.
I don't know. Let's see how, when I read this out loud, if this lands right.
Shit. Okay.
Okay.
I hope it doesn't start with pull the flame out of your soul.
Not quite. Not quite. Wealth is not measured by dollars and cents, but by the love we make, the laughter we enjoy, the meals we share, the dreams we experience, and the hopes we create. Real connections are our most precious treasures, whether they are with those that share our orbit or with our true and humble selves.
There's a lot of people that's what they have right now, and they don't have anything else. So I'd like to have all of us just take a minute, a breath from my city, for the residents and the people and the animals that have lost their lives, their homes. Yeah.
And so it is.
And so it is. This show is executive produced by Christina Applegate, Jamie-Lynn Sigler, and Allison Bresnick. Our audio engineer is Josh Windisch.
And if you want to show us some love, don't forget to leave the show a rating or review. Hi, it's Jamie. Thanks for listening. I just want to let you know I am a paid spokesperson for Novartis, but this podcast is independent from my collaboration with Novartis.